Hey there gamers, Bethesda has just released a beta version of Starfield on Steam, and this includes FSR 3 and frame generation. When I first tried this, I actually thought that the frame generation wasn't working. It was just really bad frame rate, wasn't playable, but it turns out that I needed to move on to Proton Experimental. So I'm just going to show you some of the gameplay, and then I'll show you what you need to do just to get it to work. It's looking a bit washed out here, so let me turn down the brightness a bit. Okay. So here we are, we're in Jameson, and I'm on low settings, but I haven't done any of the mods to improve performance. So previously on my old Steam Deck, I'd done the Nexus mods thing where you downloaded, where you would download lower res textures. There's an ini file that you could do that would tweak settings, but I've not done any of that, and so the game looks pretty decent. And here I am in Jameson, and I've not capped the frame rate, but we're sort of, when I'm running around, I'm hitting anywhere between 30 to 45. I think capping the frame rate would help, but I mean, this is one of the areas where it tanked performance, and I'm quietly, pleasantly surprised. I am fully laden. Last night I was doing the skill unlock, where you have to run until you run out of oxygen 20 times. So that's why I seem to be running out of oxygen quite quickly. I am carrying a lot of gear. So let's go back to the space port. It's over this way. And honestly, it doesn't look too bad, even on the low settings. So you can see in the top left that the frame graph is very, how would I describe it, scratchy. Normally you'd want to see sort of like nice, thin, constant line. So that is one thing that this frame generation seems to bring. And doesn't feel as smooth when I'm moving side to side as on other devices, but it's definitely in the playable range. I've spoken openly of how I haven't been enjoying this game. I'm 20 hours in. I think a level 11, and I hadn't been enjoying the game. But I've just, last night I hijacked my first ship as part of a quest, and then went on board and killed the soldiers on the ship. And I must admit, I did enjoy that. And I realise I might have to do a bit of research on the best way to level up, the best skills tree to follow if I really want to get the most from the game. And I do actually want to continue playing. So let's go up and into space.
I picked up cycled air. Just isn't the same as the real thing.
So let's take off.
Oh, hi, Sam.
Miss Morgan.
Sarah, please. Good work dealing with those merchants in Freestar Space.
So, I don't know, this doesn't feel as smooth as on other devices, but I have played it. I have got into ship's combat, very basic ship's combat, and did manage to kill with relative ease. So I'm quite happy with that. Let's go into shipboard view. And that gives it I guess a few more frames per second, cutting out a lot of the view. Okay, let's set sail. I'm going to up the brightness a little bit again. I think I've gone too low. So I've decided that I'm going to play this game a lot more. I'm going to commit to playing it on the Steam Deck OLED only. And as I progress, if I have any updates on whether it's playable or not, I will feed them back. So I'm wondering if Aquila is one of those places that's quite intensive. We'll find out, I guess.
Alright, we're here. You ready? Because once we get started, I'm going to be riding your tail till this is over. There's something you should know up front. I'm a Co. As in Solomon Co., first man on Aquila. That tale I mentioned before, the one I think is connected to an artifact, it's something of a family legend. After planetfall, Solomon spent years mapping Aquila, and he found a tiny little patch of nothing on his sensors. The kind of nothing an artifact produces. He called it the Empty Nest. Said it was a place even the wildlife of Aquila wouldn't go. Solomon's maps are locked up tight in the local Gal Bank. We'll be heading there.
I think this looks pretty good on the device, even on low settings, without the potato texture fix. Could be smoother though. Yeah, look, we've dropped below 30 there for a while.
By order of Marshal Daniel Blake, I need to inform you we've got some trouble at Gal Bank. Folks might be in danger, so you may want to steer clear.
Never a dull moment around here.
Well, I know you. You're Sam Coe. Marshal will be damn glad to have another Freestar Ranger helping out.
Afraid your information is a couple years out of date.
I guess that'd be the Marshal's call. Frankly, it ain't going well. Looks to be a stalemate. Maybe a little outside help would do some good.
Well, I doubt those robbers are going to let us leisurely peruse the Gal Bank vault. Better see if we can help move the situation along.
Okay, dipped under.
You planning to tell me your demands at some point?
You find someone we can trust, and maybe we will.
Like who?
Not you, and not one of your rangers, and not these city guards neither.
stand back now. I don't mean to be rude, but I don't know you. Now please, stand back.
Aquila City at its finest, I see. Never a dull moment.
Well, I'll be damned. Sam Cole. Been a long time. I won't hold my breath about you being here to take the badge again. Listen, Sam, just so you know, I don't blame you for how it went down. For the others, though, you might get a different reception.
Thanks. I appreciate you saying so. But I figure some of that reception is owed. Still, I appreciate the sentiment, Marshal. It seems you got a situation. My friend here may be the answer you're looking for.
All right, Sam. I'll trust your judgment on this one. Some folks from the Shaw gang tried to rob the place, but they got spotted by a guard. They took everyone inside hostage, and now they're keeping a watch so we can't move against them. They're using the intercom to communicate. They won't talk to me. Say they don't trust the badge. They want a neutral negotiator. In other words, they didn't have a plan for this, so they're stalling while they come up with one. All right, I'm willing to allow that. But a few things first. Say what you have to, but whatever they ask for, there's no way in hell I'm giving it to them. Also, there are lives at stake, so don't get cavalier. Find out what they want, and then report back to me.
Take it slow and steady. Look for every opportunity to de-escalate. You got this.
Hey, you in the bank. I'm sending in a negotiator, so don't shoot.
Hands where I can see 'em.
Around
And
here
don't
is a
try
joke.
nothing. You're the negotiator, huh? If you think you're just gonna walk up here and get us to surrender, you're dead wrong.
If this is just going to be me talking to a wall, I'll probably end it and show you how to opt into the beta and where to set up the correct proton.
I don't know you, so why should your word mean anything to me? I ain't buying it. I'm so ready to get out of here. I see what you mean. Well, I guess you have a point. I guess that's true. Yeah? Well, maybe that's just what you want us to think, so we'll give up. Nothing you say is gonna change my mind, so let's just move on. We want to guarantee a safe passage to the spaceport and a ship. We'll drop the hostages off somewhere safe in the system. After that, we'll radio back where they are,
Okay.
and the Marshal and his crew can come and get them. But if anybody follows us when we break orbit, we start shooting people. Got it? Oh, hell, the Freestar Rangers have got ships. They could give us one of them. This whole damn job's gone wrong. It was supposed to be just a quick hit. Clean and simple, you know? So let's all try to keep our heads, yeah? Because my guys...
I can't seem to back out
go
of this,
crazy here.
so you're stuck with it for a time
How
being.
much longer we can last? What do you mean?
Oh, there. Okay, let's go over settings. Display-wise, we're on borderless full screen, 1280 by 720, and render resolution scale is 75%. Brightness doesn't really matter. It says graphics custom for the preset, but it's pretty much low across the board. And all I've done is turned off motion blur, V-Sync's on. Or I could probably turn that off if I'm happy for screen tearing. Upscaling is FSR 3, and you can see that frame generation is on. I've got 0 sharpening. Enable VRS is on. Film grain intensity I turn all the way off, and I take enable depth of field off. So let's come out of the game. It's just unfortunate that I chose a bit of the game where it was all talking, but I have played, and it does seem playable in the sections that I've played. As in, you know, far better than when I was playing it on the Steam Deck OLED all those months ago. Okay. So if you go to the options cog on Starfield and go down to properties, to opt into the beta or beta, you go to the betas option, and you'll notice I've got beta participation set to that. By default it's none, so you just select that drop down. What'll happen then is it'll start to download an update, which isn't a large update, so you're not going to be downloading the entire game again. Now, if you were to just try it, it would perform, with frame generation on, it would perform like a dog and is unplayable. So what you'll want to do is come over to the Steam button, come down to power, and switch to desktop mode. I think I tried to change the Proton in the front end and it didn't work. I do hope I'm not doing an unnecessary step of coming to desktop. But we go into Steam, go to library, and we want to come down to Starfield. You'd think I know my alphabet better by now. Starfield. So just click on that. Come over to the cog again. Properties. And compatibility. So you tick the button for force the use of a specific Steam Play compatibility tool. And you'll see that in the drop down that I've gone for Proton Experimental. You'll need to do the same. And that is it. You should then be able to, let's come out of Steam, return to gaming mode. And you should then be able to load up the game and play very happily on this device. So I'm going to sign off now. I'm going to do a bit of research on what I should be doing, see if I can talk these guys in the bank down. If not, I'll kill them all. And then I'll see if I can progress and give you an update on exactly how playable this is. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.